Hi, my name is Kevin McDonald, and I'm declaring my independence. Independence from what? Why, negative thoughts and energy, of course. Chief among them, hate, division, and fear. You see, I know that we're all one, and together we can solve any problem, save our planet and each other. Please, join me as we come together as one and choose a better way to be. So now, let's begin with my independence report. My independence report at a very special time. It is 5 o'clock in Pacific and 8 o'clock in the East, and I hope that you are going to call your friends and pay attention because we've got, I dare say, we've got a hell of a show for you today. We've got Mary Beckman who's with us. She is a psychic medium, she's an author, she's a channel, she's a healer. Now I would put that in reverse order because I think that would be more to the point. I think you're a healer more, number one, because you do some incredible work. Mary, welcome to the podcast. How are you?
Thanks. I'm really happy to be here. I'm hanging in there. I'm doing good. It's a beautiful day.
Good. I hope you had a nice day at work, and if you work, and if you were doing stuff and getting out of town or doing what you do.
I was one of the people to celebrate a birthday this morning with some of my buddies in a really beautiful place in Olala. And so hi to Deb. Happy birthday to my Deb. And then I've just kind of been hanging out. I planted some vegetables yesterday, and I'm really just enjoying the really nice weather we've been having.
Now, I've been here my whole dang life. Where the hell is Olala?
Oh, if you go over the Narrows Bridge and you go past Gig Harbor a little bit, and it's past there. It's beautiful.
Very good. I don't get out to Gig Harbor because of that darn bridge. And sometimes it's hard to get past. But by the way, if you're listening and you'd like to comment or ask Mary a question, you can do that by going to the comment section, which is located in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Oh, there's somebody already. So we're gonna talk about a great deal of stuff today. And first thing I'd like to bring up is I played a song for you before we began, and it's from a 14-year-old girl that I'm going to interview tomorrow. And I was just commenting that it's just amazing to me that kids are making the progress that is different on. It seems like on a different level than it's ever been before. Do you agree with that?
Yes, faster. If you notice that young people are just opening up something that might have taken us years, they're getting it in a month, or maybe they're born awake. Who knows? It's beautiful to see. I love working with little kids. They believe it, they know it, and we just got to catch up.
Oh, very good. And I'd like to welcome Ty. He's a first-time viewer, and it's nice to have you, Ty. I got to tell you, Mary, you draw people. I love it. I love what you're doing here. So the kids are amazing. And you work with kids, you work with adults, you work with just about everybody, huh?
I do. I work with pets, not as much. I'm lucky to have a few really great pet psychics that I know that if I can't figure it out, I send them on. But I find now that pets will talk to me. I think they were always talking to me, but I wasn't really getting it quite yet. But I do. I talk to groups. I talk to families and people, and I love doing healing. I'm part of a group called Hands of Light on Facebook that my friend Ann Mukherjee and I started about, maybe a year and a half ago, I think. We have about 1,000 people. And so folks are invited to put their names up or someone else's name if they get the permission. And we do healing and prayer for people. And it's just been the best thing ever. I'm so proud to be part of that. We've had some great miracles.
That's just awesome. By the way, before we get too far down the road, I wanted to get out good and proper that you are an author and you've got a new book coming out. Tell us about that.
I'd love to show you. It's not quite in my possession quite yet. I should be seeing the layout maybe today, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. They said maybe this week. And then they'll press it. And then hopefully in the next couple of weeks, it'll be out. It's called The Art of Your Energy, Galactic and Celestial Light Codes for health and empowerment. And what it's about is many light codes that came through. And they came through me. I didn't know how this was. I didn't know what it was about. I just knew that I was writing. This is actually my 4th book. So my first 3 were obscure diseases. Barn burners. They were barn burners that I worked with other people in those. This one is just me. And so I channeled this book, and it was a miracle. Really fun to watch develop. I mean, I couldn't believe how it all went down. I thought I was just writing a book. I didn't know. And so my guides just kept saying, keep going, write about everything that comes to you, just keep going. And then I was in a class, and I understood once my energy was, rose up in this class last year, July, I understood that these light codes were actually in me, and that I could use them on folks to help them. And I could get them out of me and into a student who could then be a teacher who can then pass it on, and so on and so on. So
go ahead.
A minute more, they're going to be mine. They're just mine, and for a minute more, and then they'll be everybody's after that.
That's interesting. There's a gentleman that he's passed on now, but his name was Michael Stelefano. And I did a podcast with him in 2003, and he did exactly what you're talking about. Was doing the energy work, and his mission in life was to spread it all around the world so that everybody could become healers themselves. So similar to what you're talking about right now.
I think lots and lots of people have found that they have a light code, and they either sing them, or they draw them, or they do something. These are little written codes. These are little round pictures, basically. And so my guide gave it to me 5 or 4 at a time, and I drew them badly and handed them off to my husband, who's a graphic artist, and he drew them with help of the guides. And so they're actually pretty. They're really colorful and pretty, and they're movers. Oh my gosh, they're alive. And they could be sent by me into a body, and you feel it, especially abundance. The one called abundance, it's like, whoa, you could really feel it hit you. And they seem to work great. And in fact, if I didn't even speak to a person, say, for example, I had somebody I needed to look at, I had 5 minutes and they didn't feel well, I could just walk to my code board, and the holy ones will tell me which of these codes to send. I'd send the codes, and if it was time for that person to feel better, they'd feel better, because we're always in a timing thing. So if it's time to feel better, okay, you might clear it. But at any rate, it's going to assist you in either growth, healing, or empowerment. And then the last 3 I had will be out in the next book. I've already started the next one coming along. And the last 3 codes were sex, power, and abundance. And abundance just is a mover. And lots of people have had great abundance since we've been sending them out.
Well, sex, power, and abundance, that's a fine combination right there, I must say.
Well, it is. I had no idea why they gave me sex, power, and abundance. It was because they wanted me to teach a class called Power, Sex, and Money. And so they gave me the codes, so I was able to have something to give people. You never know. They give you your information, and we're just the puny human. We got to sit there and wait till we figure it out.
Exactly. By the way, we've got a bunch of people on the line, and some of them would like to ask you a question. Can we open it up at this point, or should you want to wait a little bit? What do you want to do?
Oh, no. Let's go for it.
All righty then. So let's start off with Ty, who's got a question, and he wants to know, does his grandfather have anything to say for him?
Ty's grandpa. Okay, hold on a second here. So I call in Creator God, Holy Ones. I call in my higher self, my teams of light, my guides and guardians. Holy Ones, I just ask that I might view Ty's energy, and I might ask if his grandfather has something to say on the other side. So my dad is my gatekeeper. So here comes my dad. I can see him, and I can see my holy ones who have come in from my guides and guardians and teams of light. And they are here to support. And so I am seeing, let's see, would that be, so grandpa, let's see, grandpa. Okay. So grandpa, are you Ty's mom's father? Ty's dad's father. Okay, Ty's dad's father. Now, there is the possibility that Ty's looking for a different grandpa and somebody else comes through, because we only have a minute and the one that has the most important thing to say is going to come through. And sometimes it's not even Grandpa. Sometimes it's Aunt Shirley with the message. What Grandpa is saying, Ty, is that you're holding on to something that's too heavy for you. So I'm going to keep talking. So I'd like you to say yes, if it's okay for me to do a little healing with you. So when I look at your own energy, Ty, your energy is in trauma. And if you allowed us to clear that, things would be better. Okay. So mom's father. Okay. So I'm so sorry. I can't remember if it was mom or dad's father that came through. Do you remember? Were you paying attention, Kevin?
It was well, there are only two, so I generally pick the wrong one anyway. But I think it was mom's. I'm not, or it was they may have been dad's.
So Ty, it'd be interesting to know if both your grandpas are on the other side. That would be very interesting. Now, the way I find out if it's a grandpa is it's a dad if they're holding onto the top of your head. And this is just my weird little code. When they go like that, the hand is up a little higher. That means grandpa. I'm going to give the message. We'll figure out who he is in just a second. Okay, so sir, what is the deal here? And Ty, please respond if I can do the healing. What is the deal? Who is, this is your mom, because I can see mom in between you and grandpa. However, I do see two people, may or may not be, is here, great grandpa isn't, doesn't matter. They still come through alive. It doesn't. I speak to him living and dead. So when I call grandpa, I'm going to be able to speak to everybody. Okay. So we're going to talk to mom's dad. So hold on a minute, grandpa, what's the deal? Okay. So grandpa is showing me a heavy stone. I'd love you to release it. So take your hands and feet apart, dear, and shut your eyes. And I'd like you to ground yourself in any way you know how to do. And if you're not a person who knows how to do that, just imagine you're going to boop down into the sand up to your armpits. Boop, 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 boop. Nice and warm down there. Come on back up. Call in your body, mind, and spirit. And Ty, at this moment, please to release what you're holding on to, which looks like a big cement paver. Let it go now. Just let it go. Okay. Grandpa, what else is it? Okay. So you also may have a situation where you've got something going on that reminds you of some stuff that's going on with your dad or your grandma and grandpa or somebody in your family. You're holding on to an ancestor cord. It's really important to take that down. Go ahead and please tell me if that's okay. I think it would be. What that would be like is many people in your family have something like maybe diabetes, heart troubles, handle certain things in a certain way. Maybe everybody gets mad and doesn't speak for 5 years, that kind of thing. It's a repeating pattern of some type. If it's okay to take that down, be totally great. Grandpa, what else is it that you want to say? Okay. And he wants you to take really, really good care of yourself. It's very important that you do, because you're going like this back and forth. That means you're trying to right yourself. So for some reason, you're a little out of balance. So at this moment, I do not see that you've said yes or no with the ancestor thing. That's kind of a decision on your part. I'm instead going to send you the healing. So I'm going to send you all kinds of healing, dear, and here it comes. You're also really open in your crown chakra. So if you could say out loud, I request my crown chakra to just come back in. So my crown chakra is perfect and my nice little column there. Yours is open, like you're trying to get TV stations. And it's really good to release that ancestor stuff only when you're ready to release it. And the way in the way that it assists with you is that all that stuff smooths out. So get with me if you need to, or you can do it at any time. Just go back and speak to your ancestors and they will assist you. Absolutely. So thank you.
And go to marybeckman.com if you want to make an appointment with her and find out how you can get in touch with her, Ty. That would be great. Now I tell you, you're pretty popular, young lady. We've got lots of folks, and here's a regular on the show, and she just wants to say hi. I think there's her Susan Snyder. We think we know you, and
hi there.
And
nice to see you. Thank you so much.
Which is great, and Kayla is sending her love, which is always nice.
Oh, thank you, Kayla.
And Lori has got some nice things to say as well, which is great. And let's see. Do you want to do a let's see. Okay. Kayla has a question. She needs to know what's going on with her heart.
Hold on, let me take a look. Okay, so calling in Kayla's energy before me. So you've got a lot of thinking going on. You are also going like this to me. That shows me that you're watching out for your heart. You are watching out probably from some past hurt. You're shutting yourself off there a little bit. You're also showing me this, which is the same thing as what I'm talking about. Can you please tell me if it's okay for me to send you a code for that? I have codes for heart, which expands the heart field, or it opens you right up. I don't know which one you need. I'd have to find out. So is her heart situation, Holy One and higher self of Kayla, would that actually be? So I think I'd like you to tell me, have you felt kind of like some pressure, or maybe, please do all. Okay. So I think you've got a couple things. Let's just clear it. It's a lot easier just to clear it. Okay. Let's go to the codes. So Kayla's guides, whole lot of angels just came in there. Kayla's guides, Holy Ones. Do I need to go to the first page, the second page, the third page? So just coincidentally, and I always go from top to bottom because I always like to, I'm really skeptical. I like to catch myself. If there's a boo-boo, I don't like to make a boo-boo. As you saw with Ty, I'm pretty tired today. So I may not get specific, but I'm not going to mess up in energy because I've got a million people right here in the room and we're going to clear you with good energy today. So the muggle brain, tired. The skills are being held, thankfully by the Holy Ones. Okay, now we're going to go to position 3, which is either going to be number 10, number 11. Okay, so here comes Kayla. We're going to do power up, begin, prepare, and open. And here you go. Okay, you may feel this, you may not. Oh yeah, flutters, dizzy, slow beats. So you may be just slightly behind what other people were feeling. So as Kayla just slightly, yeah, I got a big jump on that. So you can tell I use my pendulum for quick little short answers, and then I just go to the Holy Ones who kind of just told me the whole thing and then look at you at the same time. So what was happening a couple weeks ago, it was all about the head pressure, the neck, the upper neck, the back, that kind of stuff, and this weird dancing heart. And then it seemed like we went a little different, starting like maybe early last week. And now it's all about the grounding. The grounding's harder. And it's for chakra. If you listen to my friend Nancy Rebecca, she said it right about the time I thought, okay, this is odd. They're asking me to boop everybody down into the sand, to really get every last chakra down in there that you own practically. Okay. So you may just be part of those people that have the dancing heart thing. And I'm assuming you checked it out and it's not a physical matter. So I still have all that. Okay. So hold on a minute, because you're going to go like this. And then pretty soon it's going to be first chakra. And you're going to want to really watch the grounding, et cetera, et cetera. Now, hold on just 1 second. Okay. So do we need to go on to another one? Okay. Yes. So is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 3? Is it 4? Is it 5? Is it 1 on 5, everybody? Is it 2? Is it 3? Okay, so you're like really connected up. So I could look at you and figure this out, but it's easier on the code board just in case somebody's tired. I don't want to make. So what you're doing is you're like massively connected with the collective. So if you ever feel overwhelmed or tired or draggy, okay, you're just stuck to everybody. Everybody's stuck to you. So I'd like you to make sure your hands and feet are apart. Close your eyes. And imagine you're standing in a tube of blue light. Oh, good. She went to the cardiologist. Awesome. So always good to go see if you've got something like, I want to mess around, right? So be interesting to find out if any of this kind of clears once a few more days pass and this, the healing comes in. We don't know. Okay. So what I'd like you to do, get in that blue column of light, and we're going to push the button, and you're going to activate some wind. And within that blue column of light, you'll be able to notice that there's a million cards stuck to you from your feet to the top of your head. And every card has a face on it. So now watch all the faces blow away in the wind. Boop, 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 boop. And it's all gone now out the top. Okay, so that's an easy way to clear the collective. We used to do all kinds of different things. That's just an easy one. So let me see your energy when she first came to me. Okay, let me see her energy now, Holy Ones. And now you're open it into the flow. And is there anything else to do? Okay, looking better. Tell me how you feeling now, hon, if you want. It's always good if you've got like a big thing hurting you, like, you know, your leg's been hurting for a while, or your heart's been doing weird things, or you're thinking in a weird way. Always good to go to the muggle to see if you've got a problem. If they don't find a problem, then you can know that it's energy or the ascension energy. And you just always got to watch, we're humans this time, I'm sorry to say. You got to watch that body and take good care of that body. And make sure, for sure, tears of joy, felt the wind. Yay. So once you feel that stuff come off, you are so happy to be releasing what was going on with the collective. Okay. But I'm going to send you the code right now for that particular one. So Holy Ones, I send that code. Great. So you not only got the code, but you got the thing to do. And then they tell me this, that means stop. So thank you for coming.
And she has a final thought for
Love
you.
Love you back.
Which is really cool. By the way, you get busy when you get going. You get busy, don't you?
There's just a lot of people around me helping, and it doesn't even matter if you don't feel well, or if you're tired, or anything that's going on. When we plug in, they take over. So it's just not me. It's just not me.
Very cool. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, because this is kind of going down in order. If I miss you, make sure that you come back to us to so that we can answer your question. And we've got Michaela Jones,
Michaela.
Yeah, that could. I don't do English very well.
It's okay. I have a friend named Michaela, so maybe that's Michaela. But that's not my friend. I know that she's not. That's not her name. Okay, so she wants to know: do I have any spirit wishing to communicate, hoping for a message? Okay, I'll do my best. Okay, so we're going to clear everybody. Their guides, my guides, their gifts at the door. Okay, cool. Start with a new clear slate. Everybody's watching me do that. Why do I do that? We don't want to stack everybody up. It's easier, better for my system to clear. Okay, so looking at Michaela. So looking at Michaela, calling in her guides, higher self, teams of light, and then just Holy Ones. Can I just say that as a blanket statement if they come before me that we do that? Yes. I just want, yes. Okay, well done. Okay, so let's look at Michaela's overall mental energy. So you got a lot of thinking going on there, dear. Could you show me that in a different way, Holy Ones? Can you tell me, honey, have you been stressed out a little bit lately? Because you're going like that. I don't know what that means. Home alone? No, I don't know what that means. I don't know what that gesture means. Holy Ones, can you give me something else for that? I'd appreciate something else.
That means home alone.
She's home alone. Okay, so let's just see if she has somebody. So does somebody want to come in? Okay, by any chance, are you a guide or are you her? Okay, yeah. I see you as a younger person. Can you please respond if you understand the gesture? And can you please respond if you had trauma as a kid? Now, I'd like to just put it out there in the old spirit world that if somebody would like to speak to her, that would be so great. Okay, yes, I have a male. So, Dad, is that Michaela's person? Okay, so sir, can you just sit across from me for just 1 second? Okay, this person comes in and it's hard to know, ages in the spirit world. I'm just going to ask here, sir, are you 100,000% crossed over? He is. Okay, but he wanders in with kind of a different sort of look on his face. I'm not sure why he looks that way. So he comes in and he sits down. He is a clean-shaven guy. He's got dark hair. And are you a family member? Are you a friend? So this is a friend. So did you have a friend pass away that was a male, dear? Can you give the message while we're waiting, sir? And is that the other thing I'd like you to answer, please? Sorry, that's a lot of stuff. Can you please answer? if you feel like you have been really stuck and ready for a big fat change, because what this guy is saying, so are you sure that you are not a guide? Are you not a guide besides being, no, this is a friend, somebody you know, male on the other side. He is saying that you are most definitely ready for a change, as if you wanted to actually just, your timeline, get another one. He's showing me a timeline symbol. By any chance, is that something different than a timeline symbol? Nope. Okay. Now, have you been feeling as though some of the things that you used to do are not making you feel quite so good? So let me read your mental health here, or your emotional health. Okay. And it feels though you're just kind of really just holding on. Can you give me some feedback here? Because I'd love to do some clearing. If I don't, I'm just going to go for it. If I don't hear back from you, because if you ask me to look at something, I'm assuming that you're going to give me the okay to clear, but I don't want to assume anything.
And she may have dropped off for some reason, in which case she can always come back to this on YouTube or Facebook and review it later.
Yeah, so it's too important. I hope she gets back to me, because I don't want to do anything without her okay. It's not of my ethics to mess around if somebody's not okay. All she wanted was a message, and the message is he would very much like me to help her, because he keeps pointing behind. He keeps saying I can figure out stuff if I just do that. So, sir, is there anything else you want her to do? She's funky on her column of light. So if you imagine that everything up here connects you to God, everything down below your feet connects you to earth. That's what I'm looking at. Okay. She's like this. If you would allow me to go, you'd feel a lot better. That is a big adjustment. Saw one of those the other day. And I think it must have to do with what is going on in the energy field right now. Because if I ever see one person having a something and I see the same thing on somebody else, I know it's a little trendy thing. It's a trend. It means we're in this huge energy that's coming in, and it's changing us a little bit. Okay. And so I'll see like 3 or 4 people, and then maybe I won't see anybody else again because we adjusted that. I don't know. But that's my guess. So she did have a visitor, but she needs to get with me if she wants me to do anything else, because I don't feel comfortable doing that without having her say that's okay.
Exactly. And by the way, all you folks can go to Mary, and that's Mari, Beckman.com, and you can get all the information. We're going to talk to Lori next, and then we're going to talk to Susan. And I want to make sure you guys hang on with us, and Chandra and Valerie, and oh my gosh. And so we are going to so we're going to go skipping right along to Lori, and Lori's got a question for you.
Okay, sure. Lori, I would be so happy to look at that. Okay, so I release the last individual, their gifts, their guides, my guides on them. Holy ones, I most happily call in the ancestors of Lori. Let's read. Okay, here we go. All right, so let's call in ancestors of Lori, and here I see 3. No, I see more than that. Dad's letting those 3 in because I know Lori, and I've spoken to these ancestors before. One of them is actually a guide of mine, and the other 2 beautiful ones come sometimes in readings. So Chief is in front of me. This is Chief Self. On his side, I'm going to call the person on my left grandfather, and I'm going to call the person on my right auntie. So auntie and grandfather and Chief, holy ones, Lori needs help manifesting a miracle on her son's behalf. Could you show me something about that? I hear in place. So I think your petitions have already been heard. He's showing me clearing. So some clearing to be done. So is this Lori clearing on behalf of the person she's holding in her heart? Is this Lori clearing Lori? Is this clearing something? Okay, holy ones, can you just show me what it is? Oh, much easier. He's clearing. That's a lot easier. Okay, here we go. Holy one, thank you. Okay, I hear the drum. I smell the smoke. And I see Brother Eagle I also see gosh, I'd call that a bobcat. Okay. And I see the bear. Now that's very, very good. That's quite auspicious, especially bear and eagle. I don't know what bobcat means or cougar. I don't know what that means exactly. But you could figure that out. Okay. And then what am I going to see? Okay. So here comes the individual in question. They are triangulating this individual and they are doing the clearing. So their intention is to clear his energy up to make the correct decision. And above his head is abundance. So what you want to focus on is not only the abundance you were after, it's the abundance that's right there for him, ready to come in. Okay. So I know who this is. I've worked with this person. I'm going to ask. Okay. So you're going to hear me say this. Okay. Okay. So I ask you, please, through higher self, to reach above your head, open up that abundance, let it fall in. You are so worth it. You are so ready. There are so many that love you and want you to do this just because they love you and know your value to the community. Just do this if it is at correct timing for you. Is it? I hear yes. Okay. So the abundance has already happened in a way I wouldn't have expected. And then the chief has something to say. So Holy One, we are ready. Granddaughter, the answer is in your heart. For you know that you are able to create miracles. Remember, this person is of you and not you, that this person has free will, but seems at this moment willing to open to a new path. The path ahead has some roadblocks, but is mainly clear, showing the channel the way, showing the river is clear, showing the time is now. It is now, so be it. God bless you, Chief. God bless you, Grandfather. God bless you, Auntie. Thank you so much. Okay, so I release everybody I was just talking to. Now, including the individual, and is that it? No, that's it. That's it. So I hope that helped. Made me hot is what it did.
I'm sure it did. How are you? How you doing? How you holding up? Are you all right?
Yeah.
Okay, then let's Susan is next, and she's got some information about Kundalini energy and her son and stuff that she's been working with for a while.
Oh, okay. Can you bring in any information about why I'm so very fragmented and ungrounded for the past few years? Kundalini awakening has been too intense. Something won't let me feel like I'm present, feel like I'm not all there. Wow, I have to tell you, nobody feels like they're all the way there now because the energy is so up there. I mean, stuff happens and in the next moment you just forget. So please, no judgment on yourself, and understanding that the energy, both solar and earth, is amazing right now. And I was just reading on our friend Eileen Grimes' Facebook post. She said that Jupiter moved into Pisces, which will increase spiritual growth. So this kind of weirdness is only just going to increase. So it's best to say, thank you, enjoying the wave. And remember, we're resting on the troughs and riding those waves with no judgment, because people judge themselves because they can't get certain things done during the day because they just feel tired, or they need to go fall over and go to sleep for a little bit, or they judge themselves about this or that. So please just really don't judge yourself at all in this crazy energy. So let's look at your energy. So bringing forth Susan's energy, please. Okay. Wow. Okay. I'd agree. So if you could see my pendulum, it's going elliptical. It's like, woo. And that is fragmented and ungrounded. So let's just go with ungrounded and see if that's what it is. So if you would take your hands and feet apart, and I'd like you just to close your eyes and go ahead and say, I call into unity my body, mind, and spirit. I ground into seventh dimensional new earth. I rise into a high, easy frequency. Okay, so let's read you. Okay, I would say ungrounded for sure. Okay, so what you want to do now is just boop yourself down in the sand, boop, 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 till you're all the way down there to your armpits and just hang there for a little bit. Feel all nice and warm, like you got in a sauna. Okay, now what we're going to do is I'm going to do some energy work of what I see. So, and then who is going to help me here? Okay, so that's Archangel Raphael. Okay, here we go. Clear, clear. Okay, we're just clearing what's over your head. Clear. You had some stuff over your head that I'm going to get the big guns out. Okay, so clear, go back to where you came from with the beautiful Minnie. Her energy is up too high. Go ahead and go. Okay, and then so you had what looked like a covering over your head and face, and then it looked like you had something going around here. Okay, now your, just like Ty earlier, your crown chakra is like that. Okay, so you want to just intend. So intend right now, I intend my crown chakra to just come in perfectly for, it's hard to see. You want it to be straighten up. Okay, it's like your column of light. You want your crown chakra not to be booped open so much. Okay, so intend that if you would. Okay, and now when I look at you, you are nice and in the flow. Can you say that you feel any different already? Can you say that? Okay, so Kundalini for some people, when you have that I heal judgment, but when I'm not grounded, I pick up my family's anxiety. I heal judgment. Okay, so did Susan heal judgment on herself? Did Susan heal judgment on others? All over on others. You heal judgment on others. You've still got a little something going on in you. Okay, you're picking up your family anxiety. You want to do that blue column of cards. Remember, cards all over with faces out. Each one is another person. You want to just clear it in that blue light. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the code board and we'll find out a little bit more. Tell me if you feel any different, if you would. Just, I understand you're going to be opening your eyes to type. That's totally fine. You may feel a little dizzy. If you do, you just say, I call into unity, my body, mind, and spirit. Now let me see what else she needs. Is it number 1? Is it number 2? Is it number 3? Number 4? Number 5? Number 6? Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 3? Is it 4? Is it 4? Okay, so 4 is rise, take your place. This is time for you to be in the sovereign position, if that makes any sense. She says she feels a tiny bit better. It's time for you to be in the sovereign position. So that means you're number 1, not the family, not the kids, not the dog. You're number 1. Okay, so you'd be focusing on just you. When I look at you right now, I'm just looking at you, I see you've got somebody hanging on you. So have you ever overdone for other people? You've still got somebody there. We're going to find out if it's a deceased person or if it's just a person. Okay, is the person that's hanging on her deceased? Is it somebody that's living now? So you've either overdone or somebody needs something from you that they're holding on to you. If that makes sense, just let me know. And we're going to go ahead and say, if you would do this, please release. And then you want to walk forward while seeing that person walk the other way. It's your intention to release them, which I hope you did, because now your energy is quite a bit more open. Okay. And yes. Okay. So it's really important that I don't know. I started seeing that about 2019, that we are ready to step into our own sovereignty. When 2020 floated around, oh yeah, we saw that, didn't we? And in 2021, even more so, right? So understand that now when somebody asks you to do something, it's really important for you to just take it upon yourself to say, no, really, tonight was the night I was going to rest, or I'm not feeling so well, I'm going to stay home. So that Kundalini thing, can I see the Kundalini thing? Can I see your energy now? And Holy Ones, could you teach me something about that Kundalini thing? Okay, so is there a code for that? Yes, there is. All right, so go ahead and shut your eyes for a second, please. Power up. Begin. Progress. Prepare. Open. Okay, does she have an issue in number 5? Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 3? Clear. Okay, but just the Kundalini thing, are we on page 2, on 3, on 4, On 5. Okay, so on 5, is she 1? Is she 2? Is she 3? Is she 4? Okay, so I intend, and if I could see that number, by golly, I'd be saying that number. So Holy Ones, this is the one we want. Here we come. Okay, now tell me how you feel. There's some sort of, I got to look that up. I want to know which one that is. So hold on just a minute. Struggle with others. So I'll just finish my thought. Susan, if you've had some struggle with others, it's time not to struggle with others. And you know how you do that? Just say, okay, you're right. Can you do that? Seriously, right now, if people have to be right, let's just let them be right. More centered. There you go, my dear. You're in your column. You're looking good. You're nice and open. I think we blew it out of there. So what I would do is say, please to intend the violet flame for a while to get that clearing all the way through. So God bless you.
And that is just awesome. You are just amazing. You're just amazing. By the way, if you want to go talk with her in person, go to her webpage, which is Mary, that's Mari, Beckman.com. And you can learn all kinds of things about her. And Valerie had to go to a class, but I think she may be still here. If you're still here, Valerie, well, let us know so that we can attack your issue.
There she says, does my daddy have a message? Okay. So Valerie, hello.
How do you still with us, lassie?
What's that?
I'm just asking her if she's still with us. Because she had mentioned that she had to go to a class, but so she.
Oh, I see the message. Should I still answer it?
Let's see if she responds. In which case, if she had to leave, then we should continue on, unless you don't need her permission, and then she can go review this. I
actually know Valerie, and so okay. Valerie, if you are not here and you did go to your class and you want that message, just text me and I will give you your. Oh, she's there! Yes, she is. Woo! Okay, so Holy Ones, I just call in Valerie's guides and beings of light, and Valerie herself, whom I'm looking at right now. Okay. Okay, so I have to tell you because I see it, but it's like one side of you looks one color and the other side of you looks the other color. So that would be a little bit of clearing, which I'd love to do. But let's just call in Dad. Okay, so Valerie's dad. Okay, he's coming in and settling. He kind of just came in. He kind of took he's kind of settling in like that. Okay, and sir. Okay, so he went like this, and he's showing me all the way into his chest. I wonder if that's a physical heart issue or if that's an emotional heart issue. Not sure. Okay, what's your message for beautiful Valerie? Oh, man, right off, keep going. He says your growth has been fun to watch. He's showing me, the first thing I see is all the green and all the beautiful pictures that I know you've been taking. He's like, keep going, keep going. So he knows that your spiritual growth was really big. He's been trying to come through for you. Okay. And so he's been knocking at the door. And when I look at your energy and emotions, you are thinking a lot. So he's been trying to come in. So the way, and this is what's good and what's also bad when you know somebody you're reading. She's got this crystal ball that I would love. So I see her holding the crystal ball like this, and I can see his face looking at her. So that is an understanding of I'm trying to give you a message, meaning I would like to have you look around for me a little bit more. You're going to find me in nature. He's really showing me the knock. So every once in a while, that just means people's brains are busy and they knock. They actually physically knock. And that's like really big so that people will pay attention. So he's really trying to get your, attention. He's saying that you're making some good headway on a project, which I'm going to keep that to myself. I think you know what that is. Also, I'm hoping you're writing because he showed me you writing. And then, Dad, what else do you want to say? Okay, so Valerie, please to attend to the energy, please. Now see if you can feel him around your back, please, behind you. Okay. Very good. Now, Dad, do you have anything else? He's just showing me the toast. He's saying, I'm toasting you. I love you. And that's it. Hey, thank you, Dad, unless you have anything else. No, he doesn't. Anybody else? And does that need to be taken? Hold on a minute. Does that need to be worked with? Is that something she needs to know? Okay, Valerie, get with me later, and I'll tell you the last thing I saw. I'm going to make a little note because I don't want to do that publicly without her being here.
Gotcha. Okay, shall we move to the next one?
Sure.
Okay. Boy, you're awfully good. I got to tell you, this is Ray Hendrickson, and he would like. Now, can you just do a generic reading like that, or do you need more specifics?
No, that's good. Hold on a second. So, Holy Ones, I ask to clear my field. Okay, so looking at Ray. Looking at Ray's energy. Okay, so you're having an unusual pendulum swing, which is usually how I start. So calling in Ray's guides, beings of light, etc. Okay, and I would wonder if you can tell me if you've been having some trouble sleeping, just on the outlook, on the first look. Can you tell me if you've been having some problems sleeping? Okay, so let me take a look at that. So can you show me what that is? Wondering if any of my loved ones are trying to send me a message. I've had visits in my dreams and they're not too clear. It would be really great if you gave me the okay to clear you. Okay, because that's...
And he says yes.
Yeah, that is oftentimes why you might not be getting your clear message, is because of what I'm seeing. And I think that yes is you're not sleeping, because that's what I'm seeing. So you have a variety of people who would like to say hello because they're standing around the bed watching you sleep. Okay, so Holy Ones, in your humble opinion, my companion guide, are those people keeping her up? Okay, you have a variety of beings in your house like everybody else does. So right now, at any time, there are a gabillion beings from all realms in your house. They are not helping you sleep. So really great to say, please meet me later on after I wake up. Please either go out of my house or go down the hall. That's what I always tell them. Please go down the hall, because these big giant beings are keeping you. That's part of what's keeping you up. Okay. And you look a little restless. I can see your legs moving, and I can see your eyes open as you lie there. Okay. Now I'm going to clear what's above you, and that's going to make a lot of difference. And then maybe we can give you the message. Okay. So Holy Ones, can I see what that is? Okay, so I command the release back with the beautiful Minnie in peace, ease, and neutrality. Go now. Her energy is going up too high. It's time for you to go. Clear off. Clearing fear, infinite love and gratitude. Clearing anger, infinite love and gratitude. Clearing overwhelm, infinite love and gratitude. Clear. Okay. Does this person, before I check in on the message, does this person need a code? Yep. And can we make a couple codes happen so that we can clear her further in this small amount of time? Because my friend is always saying, if you have 5 minutes to clear, but it really takes an hour, you can intend everything needs to happen in 5 minutes, because after all, they're the big guys. Okay. So what we want to do for that individual is power up, begin. Three and four. Okay, and at that point, is it 2? Is it 3? Is it 4? Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 3? Okay, now you're gonna hear me say this a few times. Okay, 16. Open, 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 open. Now I'd love to know, do you feel that? Looking at your energy now, you're in the flow. Okay. Now I can see somebody saying this. So we're going to go to the next one. Okay. Is it after that? Yep. Is it, so that'd be 5. Is it 6? Is it the first one? Yeah, it is. Okay. And I'm going to intend that, which is called move on. So you're ready to get up and move on. Put yourself first, get up and go. Okay. So here we go. Move, 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 move. Clear. Okay. Now, if I look at your emotional energy again, you're wide open flat. Okay. So now does this individual have somebody that wishes to speak? Okay. And who are you? So this is Archangel Gabriel. This is my guide. Okay. And what would you like to say? Holy One, I am ready. Dearest one, it is time now for you to take your place at the starting line. You have been held back before. We are clearing you now for no hold back positions whatsoever. You must speak up. You must speak your truth. You must go. Go now. Call us in and do your work. Okay, that's it. All right. Now, is there anything else anybody wishes to say to that individual? That's a no. Okay, so does that make any sense to you, Ray Ray? Yes. Okay, good. God bless you. I'm sending you much love. Here it comes. Boop, 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 boop.
And we've got, I think that we've got time for 2 more people.
Okay.
So if you're in line, that's great. And then we're going to talk with Barbara and Helma. And Helma's it's pretty important. So I want to make sure we get to her. But let's talk to Barbara real quick because she's got a house thing going on.
Oh gosh, I was just looking at that house. Okay, so I clear. Thank you. Okay, so let's look at Barbara. Okay, Barbara. Woo, Barbara, you're in the flow. I hope that means something's happened. Okay, so thank you. Okay, so I'm hoping, Barbara, that something's happening. Do you know something I don't? Has something happened about the house? Just yes or no. Don't tell me any info. Okay, let us look at this house. Is Barbara holding on to the house? No. Is husband holding on to the house? No. Is anybody holding on to the house? No. Okay, so the house is ready to fly free. Okay, who will help me with the house? Okay, so there's my guide. And then anybody from Barbara? Are you a family member? Okay, somebody, family member. Is your dad deceased? Here we go again. It looks like it. Are you a dad? Yes. Okay. So so here we go, Barbara. Is that house priced too high? No. There's going to be a specific person. I see a specific person. I don't know what that means. That could be a yes.
I think it's a yes, yeah.
Now I forget what I asked you. What did I ask you? Oh, dad. Okay. So there's somebody specific for that house, and I'm reading it like that. Is that what you say? Yes. There's somebody that's going to like that. Is that person going to have any problems with the house? Or is there going to need to be anything done to the house or something happen to the house before it sells? Am I in the right pew? Is the house going to sell? Is there any problem? Okay, so Barbara, what I would say is your job is to keep your emotions nice and smooth, not to worry about it, not to think about it. You probably have disconnected from that house because you are clear from it. So your job is to just mind your own biz and just kind of hang out and not think about it because you don't want to pull anything to you regarding any kind of stopping of it. You know, if you worry, you kind of stop. You don't want to stop anything. So let me see if Barbara needs a code. So Holy Ones, does Barbara need a code? Yep. Okay. So can I just intend that the first 4? Yep. Okay. Is it 2nd page, 3rd page, 4th page, 5th page, 6th page? 6th page. Is it that one? That one? That one? That one? Okay. So what that means is you got to get in the flow. So I'm going to give you the flow. So here comes the flow. I'm gonna also do something else there. I'm gonna give you abundance. You know, it'd be really interesting to know Have you felt, okay, ready for my new life to start with Mark in a new home? Good. That's exactly where we want you. That's right. That's the right kind of thoughts. Have you ever wondered, Barbara, that sometimes there's abundance and sometimes there isn't? Every once in a while, you go like that. Okay. And I think it's the thinking. So any kind of overthinking, worrying, wondering, that's going to be a problem. So just don't do it. It's a hot market. There's somebody there for you. Don't worry about it. Is that right, Dad? Right. Is there anything you want to say, Dad? Okay, Barbara, close your eyes. See if you can feel around your face or just around your face. Okay, go ahead, Dad. Heart area. Tell me if you can feel that. And is there anything else you want to say, Dad? Yeah, he's just saying, don't worry. Okay? Don't worry. That's it. Thanks, everybody.
And for our final, and I hope, the housing market is so hot right now. I think Barbara doesn't need to worry about a thing. It's just going to be, and she's a good daughter. She's following what her dad says, so that's awesome.
Yeah, she can feel him.
For our last call or our last text before we can wrap it up, because by the way, I'd like to thank you so much. You are truly extraordinary, and everybody that has been online realizes that, and even though they're not looking for a reading, they're just hanging out because you're just so awesome. But let's talk.
Oh, it's all my guides. All my guides. I have a friend named Klaus, and his wife Marie Francoise of 50 years died in December, and he is heartbroken. Do you have a message for him? Oh, okay. I sure will look, Helma. Hold on just a second. I'm sorry to hear that.
That's
okay. So through Helma, I am humbly asking for Marie Francoise, whose husband is Klaus. Okay, so thank you, Holy One. And thanks, Dad, by the way. My dad did a great job. I smell her. She smells like roses. Okay. She's not a large person. Okay. She comes in with a gift. She brings me a cake. Sometimes they'll bring me something. And so she's coming with a gift, and I thank her for it. She's also showing me she's got a beautiful heart. Her heart's like pinkity pink, pink, pink. So that's mother energy. She also goes, she looks like an angel. Okay. So, madam, are you an angel? No, but I mean, were you really? Is that where your soul came from? Yeah. So she's got a sense of humor. She goes, I am now. So that's where her soul comes from, is the angel realm. I tell you. And that's the thing, is all the folks on the other side, they just want to make you laugh. They're having a good time. Over here, we're not having as much of a good time. So, madam, would you speak to him, please? Yeah, so he could have a message himself. I see him also lying on his bed with his eyes open. She's really close to him at night. Have him tune in and say, get up and lay by me. Ask them to lay. Because when my person passed, I asked him to come and lay by me. And it's so healing to feel that they're right there. She's also gives him a rose, a pink rose. It's a lot of pink going on with her. So she runs mother energy. She runs that mother angel energy, holy mother energy. He feels like he's got weight on his chest, is what he feels like. So we just want to send nothing but love to Klaus. And is that, hold on. That's just definitely his heavy heart. So he's missing her. So she says this. I think that means he can hear her in some way. So can your husband hear you? Yep. So ask him if he's heard things fall over, move around, or anything in the house, because they'll make noise, as you know. She's really trying to get a hold of him. She's like knocking on the door, and he's not picking up the phone. So it's just that he's got grief in a busy mind. So let's look at Klaus real quick. So Klaus is running that energy, like I was telling Ty in the beginning. It's that backwards ancestor thing. So he's got something that that clogs him a little bit. Okay, meaning that if he didn't have that, he'd feel a lot better. And I think you know how to take that down, Helma, if he'll let you. Is there anything else you would like to tell your husband, madam, how much she loves him? And it was very important to be wife. Wife was very important to her because that's on her timeline. She shows me her timeline. She goes right down and says, wife, she's pointing that out. She took that seriously. She loved him. Absolutely. So thank you, madam. Is there anything I can do for you? And there is. And I'm going to clear that. Clearing what's around her head, clearing in the heart. So I give you this one. Yeah, and she says, thank you. That was a small clearing. So remember to tell him she had a little heart clearing, a little thing around the neck. So that might make a sense to him. And beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. I clear. Okay. God bless you, one and all.
I tell you what, you are just phenomenal. And that is Mary Beckman. And go to marybeckman.com. And that is Mari. A lot of you folks already know who she is. And that's why you're tuning in, which is awesome. By the way, this is my independence report. And I've got 280 episodes up. I've got, like John Edward and some other folks. But I have to tell you, Mary, you are every bit as good as anybody I've ever had on the show.
Holy crap. Oh, wow. That makes me happy.
You are amazing. I do have one question for you, though, that is entirely self-serving. And that is my older brother passed away in October.
Okay.
And I was just wondering if he's around or if he's aware of what I'm doing and all that kind of good stuff.
It's weird. So hold on a minute here. Okay. So what's his name?
Randy.
Okay. So Randy, are you the person I saw earlier? Okay. So it's interesting that you said around me. I saw something move behind you. So that would be a yes. Okay. Because I don't want to say that in the middle of the show. Do you know there's somebody moving around? It's not always. Yeah. So, okay. So Randy, I ask for your guidance, please. And if you could talk to your brother, he said, of course. Okay. And he's got a chill personality at this moment. He is showing me something. Okay. So close your eyes for a second and see if you can feel this energy behind you.
You mean like goosebump kind of thing?
It could be that. It could be pressure. It could be just warmth. It could be something else. It's just he's behind you. So do you feel something behind you?
Yes. I'll say yeah. As a matter of fact, he used to annoy the hell out of me. He used to walk up behind me and start rubbing my shoulders.
So he was just like this behind you. He's actually of a different realm than you. So Randy, are you yeah, he's an angel. So he comes from a different place. So what can well, that's generally not how that goes. Okay, so instead of him giving me the cherry pie, he gave you the cherry pie. So that's a little odd. He's also going like this with money. He takes $1 and he goes, you know how you can pop it and go like that?
Yeah.
And then it's kind of like that. So maybe he felt like money wasn't his most important thing. Maybe. Okay. I don't know. Okay.
It wasn't, but he also left each of us some money. That I think that's what he was referring to.
Really interesting you would say that, because once I had that statement, I was going to tell you, but he had it. Because up above him, that's where your money is. It's also where your babies are. I don't know whether I ought to tell you that. It's not your babies, but if I'm going to see a baby, they're up above your head usually. Okay, so it's interesting that he said, okay, so now, Randy, please to tell. Okay, so he drinks a toast to you, very specific drink. Did he have a drink he liked specifically?
Bud Light.
So
a lot.
Okay, it's an alcohol. It is an alcohol. Could he toast you? Okay, and then are you saying that about your brother? Or were you saying that about you? I can't say that on the air, sir. I'll have to tell you later. Okay. And then what are you talking about, Kevin, now? Yeah, you got some new stuff coming up. He wants you to be aware. Okay. He shows me ones all over you. You got new stuff, which is really good. And he's going like this. You know how when you got a little kid and you want him to move along, you kind of push the tushy?
Yeah.
Was he your older brother?
Yep.
Okay. Because he shows me taller than you, and it can be taller or it can just be older. But I felt like he was older because he's like pushing your tushy along. And he's saying that you have a wheelbarrow full of stuff that is going to coalesce in a something. So if I didn't know you, I would think maybe a book or a movie or a something like your stuff is all going to come to fruition that you want. He's saying, because he's showing you going like this, and then suddenly it's a one thing you can say, this is my knowledge. I don't know how that's going to go down. He says, you don't need to know. It's just going to happen. He's saying that you are going to walk down that golden pathway. And if you wanted to go to, is that what you're trying to say? If you want to go to the halls of Menti or the galactic or the Akashic records, I can help you do that. It's time for you to read your bottom line. It's going to be really good. It's time for you to know the future about what you're supposed to do, because it's time actually for you to go and get your new thing. Okay. Your new timeline. And then Holy One, is there anything else? Was he a traveler?
In a way, yes. In a way, yes.
Okay, this might not be what he means. He's sitting in a car. He's opening up the glove box. He's taking out the map, and he's looking like this. It's like, what did you mean? What do you mean by that? It's like you're in front of the car, and he's sitting in the car looking at the map. Okay. Did you ever feel like you needed to say, be here now with me, don't go?
Just before he passed, yes.
Okay. He's with you. Absolutely. Absolutely. And he shows me I paved the way, because when it's your time to come to the way, I will be there for you.
Awesome.
Okay? Yeah.
Awesome. It's going to be a while, because I got a barrel full of stuff that is, and you were right, because it's all coming due. It's all coming to fruition. And good. I thank you for that. I don't want to take any more of your time. That's pretty selfish of me to do that, but I wanted to get that out because it's so important that everybody recognize and realize that everybody on the other side is there for our best interest, and they are lined up on the other side because you are open to it and are available for it, and so you are there for everybody, and it's just awesome to see. I want to thank you so much for being on the show. And
you're welcome. And I had a really great time. Thank you so much. You're a good interviewer. You ask the question and then you give a spot. So God bless you.
I've learned a long time ago that I ask a question. It's like dropping a grenade. I ask a question, then I run.
Yeah. Too funny. Well, thank you so much. I sure had a good time. Thanks to everybody who came forth, and really appreciate seeing them.
Can I get it on air that you'll be back on my show?
Oh yeah. Heck yeah.
I would love for that, because when your book comes out, which is coming out very soon, and you get it all done, and it's starting to go, I want to have you back on, and we'll do this, and maybe KKNW too.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. The codes sound confusing. They're so easy once people learn to manipulate them, and I'm ready to give them away out into the world. They're ready to go. So, yep, I'll do it.
So you're awesome. As I always do at the end of the show, give you a format, give you a soapbox to say whatever you'd like to say to the audience.
All right, now, my goodness, you guys. I would say the message that I gave somebody is probably the thing I've been thinking about lately, which is when the energy comes in and it's wild and crazy and you feel decent for that day, get your stuff done, because some days you're going to be going down like that and all you can do is go lay down. So we're going to rest when we need to rest. We're going to do what we need to do on the days that you feel pretty good, because this ascension is hitting everybody in the same but different way. I would say you can kind of see patterns. So pay attention to the patterns. How does the earth feel to you? How does the sun feel? Because the sun right now is talking to us, and all the power in the world is right there. So go out and get yourself some, and just be happy, everybody. It's out there for you. Get on that timeline. That's the happy timeline, the peaceful one. It's there for everybody. So God bless every last one of you. And there's my sister, Lori. God bless you, my dear.
And I'd just like to say again, thank you so much, Mary Beckman. Go to marybeckman.com. Find out all you need to know about her, and her phone number's right there, and you can give her a call, and she can do so much more in an hour than she can do in 5 minutes, I'm guessing. And so she can help you in a great way. And I would just like to say, somebody left this for me last week, and it's basically live your life completely, live your life fully, and live your life without any regrets. Leave it all on the table.
Yeah.
Hope everybody has a great day. You take care of yourselves. I've had a wonderful time. Thank you so much, Mary.
Good night, everybody.
Hey, and thanks for listening to this episode all the way to the end. Hey, pretty cool. Hey, don't forget to follow us so you can receive regular updates and new posts. And remember, take care of each other, because each other's all we've got. See you next time on My Independence Report.